Hello. This is going to be a personal documentation video of a personal encounter with what I strongly believe to have been a skinwalker. A skinwalker is a Native American Indian being that you can search online and find out more about them, but it was believed that they had to do something horrible or commit a horrible act, such as murder, to become one of these creatures. And they sort of become a spirit being, interdimensionally traveling, and they can shapeshift into many different forms and any animal. Many times they are seen as a very large dog or wolf. Sometimes they transition into a person form, and I actually witnessed a dog running through the property at 3 o'clock in the morning around this time one night. And I thought it was a very large dog, and I was running it off because it was causing ours to bark. By the time I got around to the front of the house, it had turned around as a person, and I spotlighted it with a light, and its eyes were very bright. It turned its head and disappeared. The other encounter with a skinwalker that was quite recent. This, I believe, it was within the past few months. I can't exactly remember the exact date. I'll have to look it up when I wrote it down. But we were driving through town, and they've recently built this area up quite a bit. They put a Papa John's there, and this strip mall type place. There's an old house that used to be a mansion type house, and a bunch of other houses they put in there on both sides of the main highway. And it's right near the river. And here's the main road. Right here. Alright. And the Papa John's facility, all of those places, the strip mall, are right in here. And so you have to pull into this road to get there. There's this area in the middle there, and there's gates right there. But there's also a huge field over here beyond the road. And this road goes on. It's the main road now. We were leaving the Papa John's, and we went off this way, and we stopped right here because there was this very large wolf-like creature in this area where there's grass. A very large wolf, and it was moving back and forth at a really astonishing rate. It didn't move like a normal animal. It moved swiftly and very quickly. It was very dark, hairy like this one. But it moved in a limp, like you would see a shape-shifting skinwalker do. And it turned around and it looked at us, and we were parked right here at that time. We stopped with the truck. We had just gotten the pizza, and it had just turned around 12:30 a.m. So I see this thing, and it takes off with swift speed to the gate, goes right through the gate, and there are others suddenly waiting for it, and they just vanish. So we drive on off, and then we head off onto the road. And as we turn onto the road and drive a little ways, not even a quarter of a mile, it was just like probably 0.1 miles down the road, there was this man. He was walking down the road, and he just stopped on the side of the road and stared at us. And he was a hooded individual. This individual was wearing dark clothes and possibly what appeared to be blue jeans. I don't know. But the individual, you could not see his face. His face was cloaked, shadowed by the hoodie. And he turned his head. You could see that he did turn and look toward us and just stared at us, watching us drive on by. And I think that that was the form that the Skinwalker, or one of the Skinwalkers, took, staring at us as we drove past. And then all of that was left behind us, and we headed back home after that. I've actually had several situations very similar to this one with Skinwalkers, Sasquatches, hide-behinds, Native American owl beings, very, very large creatures, very, very large beings, crafts, alien and interdimensional looking beings, you name it. I've witnessed many things. Many years ago, well, when I first started looking this stuff up, it led me to find Bigfoot activity and Sasquatch activity. And that was nothing that I had expected to find. That was not what I expected to find. But I'll share those encounters and those experiences another time. That's another story for another time. I'd already made another video regarding this a while back, and I'll try to upload that one as well. It has more details. So this has been one of my personal Skinwalker encounters, or what I strongly believe to be two of my personal Skinwalker encounters. Both my mama and I witnessed this second one that I mentioned, and it was quite chilling to experience. I've also experienced where a tooth bone, or a tooth, suddenly was under my foot after I'd experienced Skinwalker activity, and I saved it in a baggie. I almost stepped on it. So there are so many experiences that I've had. This is just a few. These are just a few out of many. So until next time, thank you for watching. As always, this is your place for the seriously supernatural.